Alright guys, so I'm back with another video. This video is going to be talking about locks in the workplace. I know that a while back there was this big uproar about new, I don't want to call it legislation, but an actual court ruling that pretty much confirmed that it was okay for employers to discriminate against dreadlocks in the workplace. Really considering them to be unkempt and not even considering the fact that this is something that is naturally done to our hair. It's not anything additional like hair dye or anything like that. But I want to talk more about today, like how has that actually affected, my status in the workplace, and to get a conversation started about, your experiences on how your locks have affected working, finding a job, whatever, right? So for me, I am in social work. I think I mentioned in a previous video, I had gotten my master's. I was all excited. I was already working at the time anyway. But I'm pretty much in the helping field, mental health, substance abuse, family stuff. I mean, all of that is really what we do. We focus more on the helping aspect of things. It's not so much a business. It's not, yes, you want to try to make money for your agency, but that's not really the purpose of what you're doing. And so I have found that in this field, that the way you wear your hair has not really had a major impact. I started my locks in 2014 when I was in my master's program still, and I got a job in 2015 just before my year anniversary. And if you go back and look at my videos, my hair was still in the maturing process. And I was not retwisting every week or anything like that, So there were many days when I had poofy roots and I went to work. I'd try to style it to the best of my ability, but there was a point where my locks were all poofy and just doing whatever, like around 18 months, and I still went to work and did what I had to do, So in my experience, it really didn't affect things even in those stages. And now in the stage that I'm at now, I got hired and my boss hadn't even seen what I looked like, and I was hired over the phone, and when I got there, they didn't all of a sudden fire me. So, for me, my locks have not affected my roles or what I do, my clients, anything like that. No more than me being black has. Some of them are kind of like, well, black therapists, all right, whatever. But my locks in general have not. And that is even when they're not looking maybe more presentable like what they do today. But I think a lot of that has to do with the field that I'm working in. I think if I was more in, let's say, a school system, or if I was more in a business setting, corporate level things, beauty and different, so it would really just, if I was more in a field where your physical presentation affected how well you could do in that setting, then I might be more affected by it. But at least in the field that I'm in, you're working with people who are disenfranchised, who do need help and support, and the majority of them have not had any issue with the way that I choose to, wear my locks. So I really want to hear from you guys though, like what has been your experience in the workplace? Do you think that it will keep you from getting a job, or has it ever? And I guess my only thing would be, rather than being locks, do you think it's more about how people wear their locks, or do you think some people just discriminate regardless? Is it free form versus traditional versus sister locks? Semi-free form versus somebody who retwists, like clockwork. What do you guys think is really the biggest thing? Because thus far I've gotten 2 professional jobs and an internship technically. So 3 different professional settings, and I've been able to land work despite being in the lock journey. So I want to know for you guys, what do you think, really makes the big difference? And if you have any tips for anybody who's entering maybe your particular field, what can they do about it? Because like I said, for me, all I can do is style my hair to the best of my ability, but it's not something where I'm going to compromise the health of my hair for a job. Now, if I needed to change the style for a particular job, that would also be a big decision. And I don't know. Maybe, it's always like, what if you went in the military? Well, that could be a little different. But I'm just curious. I want to hear back from you guys, though. Let me know how your experience has been with your locks in the workplace, and what did you do? How did you respond? Okay. But once again, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe and check out my most recent videos. Okay, guys? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.